You sit on the edge of the bed. The room feels impossibly quiet. He is right beside you, scrolling on his phone. You feel completely alone anyway. You ask a simple question. He answers politely. You feel the distance anyway. Why does this keep happening? Am I the problem? Did I imagine the closeness we used to share? The relationship didn't fade because his love ran out. It drifted because his nervous system learned to survive distance. You are not failing at love. This is not a sign you chose the wrong person. Every couple that has ever loved deeply has stood exactly where you are. By the end of this video, you will recognize the quiet signs, understand why he pulls away, and know exactly how to respond without chasing or shaming him. Let's get into it. Most couples believe withdrawal means he is losing interest or checking out completely. But the real truth is that his nervous system reads closeness as a threat long before his conscious mind can process it. When emotional safety leaves a relationship, love doesn't disappear. It goes underground. What looks like stonewalling is usually someone overwhelmed. Silence becomes his only shield. You are not dealing with indifference. You are navigating an anxious avoidant cycle playing out between two people who both want the exact same thing. He fears engulfment. You fear abandonment. You both just speak different nervous system dialects. Trying harder without changing the emotional tone will only make him retreat faster. Not louder conversations, not more compromising, not scheduling weekly check-ins, but two people who finally learn to regulate their own anxiety first. And here's what changes everything. When you stop trying to fix his distance, he finally feels safe enough to close the gap himself. This isn't a communication hack. This is what emotionally mature partners actually do. Here's the part no one talks about. 1. The slow fade after closeness. Most couples assume this distance means boredom, but honestly, it's a reflexive nervous system reset. When emotional proximity spikes, his subconscious reads it as potential loss of autonomy. He isn't running from you. He's running from the overwhelming sensation of being known too deeply. Disconnecting looks like this. You text, "Did we do something wrong?" after 3 quiet days. He replies, "Just busy." Connecting sounds different. You notice the shift. You say, "I loved being close. Take your time settling back in. I'm right here." His brain is quietly registering, "She actually lets me breathe." And when you do that, the walls between you start to come down without either of you having to say a word. 2. The "I'm fine" shield. Most people in relationships read this as cold detachment. But beneath the surface, it's a learned survival strategy. His nervous system equates vulnerability with danger. Years of being told to toughen up taught him that feelings are liabilities. He doesn't lack depth. He just hides it where it can't hurt. Disconnecting sounds like pushing. "What's actually wrong with you?" He shuts down completely. Connecting requires presence. You lower your voice. You say, "No pressure to figure it out now. I'm just glad you're here with me." Something in him is saying, "She doesn't need me to fix this. She just wants me." That's the shift that turns a relationship that feels like a negotiation into one that feels like a refuge. 3. The someday escape hatch. Most couples hear big future plans and finally feel secure. Yet projection often functions as a quiet distancing mechanism. Planning years ahead lets him enjoy your presence today. It removes the pressure of real intimacy right now. It's a buffer, not a blueprint. Disconnecting sounds like empty promises. When we move in together, everything will be easier. You wait. Nothing changes. Connecting grounds the moment. You breathe. You say, I love where we're going. Let's build something steady right here, right now. What's moving through him is, I can actually stay without drowning. This is where it gets really interesting. When you anchor him to the present, his nervous system stops running from today. But here's what nobody explains. Presence builds faster than promises ever could. 4. The I don't need anyone armor. Most people in relationships admire extreme self-reliance. They completely miss the exhausting cost it demands to maintain. He isn't proud of needing zero support. He is terrified of what happens when he finally reaches out. Independence is just a practiced defense against abandonment.
Disconnecting triggers defensiveness. He handles crises alone. You offer help. He snaps. I've got it handled. Connecting respects autonomy while holding space. You step back gently. You say, I trust you completely. I'm not leaving the room while you figure it out. He feels the safety of being held without being held down. And when you do that, he stops seeing you as pressure and starts seeing you as peace. 5. The silent exit mid-storm. Most couples interpret walking away as pure disrespect. It is rarely about dismissing you. It's about self-protection. When tension rises, his emotional circuit simply overloads. The nervous system hits the emergency brake. Withdrawal isn't malice. It's a desperate attempt to stop the flood. Disconnecting chases panic. You follow him out crying. He speeds off into the night. Connecting regulates first. You pause. You say, take the space you need. We'll pick this up when you're back. I'll be here. His shoulders finally drop. Repair stops feeling like a battle. It starts feeling like a conscious choice. 6. The push-pull paradox. Most people in relationships think mixed signals mean indecision. They actually reveal a deep internal war. He craves connection, but fears engulfment simultaneously. He leans in when you pull back. He freezes when you lean forward. It's not a game. It's a biological rhythm he hasn't learned to regulate yet. Disconnecting fuels panic. You cling harder. He suffocates and retreats further. Connecting breaks the pattern. You stay steady. You say, I like the closeness. I'm not leaving when it shifts. Take your time. Her nervous system stops chasing. His stops running. That's when the anxious avoidance cycle finally dissolves, because you stopped reacting and started regulating together. 7. The micro moment of return. Most couples wait for grand apologies or therapy breakthroughs. They completely overlook the smallest turning points. Intimacy isn't rebuilt in marathon conversations. It's rebuilt when he finally drops his guard for 3 seconds. when he shares an unedited thought, when he stays instead of fleeing. Disconnecting analyzes instantly. He shares a vulnerable sentence. You fix it immediately. He retreats. Connecting honors the risk. You read it. You reply with quiet presence.
Thank you for trusting me with that. I'm listening.
The unspoken longing finally finds a home. Emotional distance stops feeling like scar tissue and starts feeling like skin healing back together. You are not learning a checklist today. You're stepping into a new way of loving. When you internalize this awareness, you stop reacting and start responding. Your partner will feel the difference before you even speak. This isn't about managing his avoidance. It's about becoming the kind of partner who creates safety without sacrificing yourself. That changes everything about what's possible between you. Real intimacy doesn't start when you find someone who never pulls away. It starts when you learn how to stay grounded while they return. Love isn't what you fall into. It's what you build every single day on purpose. If this shifted something in you, save it for the next time distance creeps in. Subscribe for more honest relationship psychology. You already know how to love. Now you know how to do it without losing yourself.